Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, you Akim, out there that push this word in truth and the sincerity. You got some, I mean, it's not really disturbing, because what are you going to expect from Eve? What are you going to expect from Eve, man? In this day and age we living in, 2023, the so-called black woman is despicable. Like the Apostle Tahar said, the black woman is a degenerate, despicable, low-life creature. Here it is, you have these two women, they go on a girls trip to Miami. And they go to Miami and they just allow themselves to get slutted out by two individuals, probably more than two individuals that they don't even know. You see, these women and this society has become so much a degenerate, deplorable society that they just do things spontaneously. Get drunk, a group of niggas smut out two women. It could be like 5 niggas, different, or 6 niggas, different niggas, and they smutting out 2 women, which is totally wicked because you shouldn't be having no orgies. And you allow these men to bust you out raw. You should never let a woman, she's going on a girl trip, no good. She want to go on a trip with her girlfriends to the Bahamas or to Jamaica or to Antigua or to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Hell to the fucking no. Because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. The deplorable, degenerate acts that's going to happen, man. Because these women are wicked, man. And that's why it tell you in Isaiah chapter 32 verse 9, rise up you women that are at ease. Started with the so-called black women on down to the Issacharite women, because all of them do that shit, man. When you go to the Maury Povich show, which he don't have them shows up there no more because he retired, but his old shows show you how these women are talk shit about a particular individual that they had sex with, that they claim is the father of their children or their child. And when the DNS comes back, you are not the father. What they do, get up and start running like a goddamn jackrabbit to the back and throw themselves on the floor, crying. And then they come back 3 or 4 times. One particular woman came back 20 times. And each time she came back, the crowd was on her side, showing you that there's something wrong with the mentality of these people today. Here it is, woman coming back 20 times looking for the father of her 3 children. And each time she tests somebody, they not the father. That means she's a very loose woman. So going back to these young chicks that went to Miami on some girls trip, they got smothered out by who knows how many jakes, how many niggas. And that's what happens when you give women liberty to guide abroad. What's that, Second Ezra chapter 25 verse 25? No, matter of fact, yeah, no, it says, matter of fact, 25 verse 25, it says, give the water no passions, neither a wicked woman liberty to guide abroad. Because when they guide abroad, they traveling, seeking pleasures, seeking degenerate acts. Like you see a woman you see one of these black women going to Dubai, best to believe she gonna have them nasty, stinking ass Ishmaelites defecate on her, piss on her, and just commit all kind of immoral acts on this woman. That's why women should have no liberty to guide abroad. The book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 25, explicitly says that give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to the guide abroad, man. Because what these women going to do when they guide abroad, when there's no discipline involved, they traveling in packs like goddamn jackals, wild dogs, wild female dogs in heat. What are they going to do? They going to get that shit itched. It's itching, they going to get it scratched. By any means. Even if it's by somebody they don't even know. Here it is, you don't even know these individuals and you let these individuals go up on you raw dog. How do you know these individuals that you slept with is from Miami? You got their numbers? You kept in contact with them? Which I highly doubt. And they probably had men back at wherever they was at. Wherever they from. Whether they from New York, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever the hell they from. They went out there to Miami to have a good time, to freak off, to do degenerate acts. That shit is crazy. I saw that video on TikTok, and then the woman acted over dramatic because she put the pregnancy test to the camera, and it came back positive. She throwing herself all over the floor, screaming and hollering. You wasn't throwing yourself over the floor, screaming and hollering when you was getting them rods up in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Was you? You wasn't throwing yourself on the floor, screaming and hollering when you was sucking on some rod, right? When you allowed them individuals to go up in you raw dog. Raw dog. That's the society we living in now. Isaiah 32, verse 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. You at ease right now. You allowed to travel abroad and be wicked and do all kind of deplorable acts, despicable, deplorable acts, commit adultery against your man, all kind of acts, man. I would never let my woman, I would never let my woman travel abroad without me, man. Hell no, that's not happening, man. I'm not gonna let my woman travel abroad without me. That's not happening, bro. Travel abroad with her girlfriends without me. She's by herself. You think I'm gonna let that shit happen? I'm never gonna do that, man. I'm too smart for that, man. You think I'm gonna allow my woman to travel without me abroad with her friends? Whether you're going to Miami, the Poconos, whether you're going to the Bahamas, Jamaica, whether you're going to Antigua, wherever the hell you think you're going, man. It's not happening. It's not happening, man. You know? What is it? The book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. That's wickedness for your ass, man. And now if she do have a man, do you think she's going to allow her man to know that she went out there and freaked off? No, she's going to blame that kid on him. Or if she don't have a man, what she's going to do is raise that child up and treat him filthy, or treat her filthy, depriving the kid of having a father, whether it's a female or a male. It's especially if it's a female, because a female needs a father figure in the house. So does a young male child. And that's how Esau destroyed the so-called black community, man, by taking the father figure out the house, by allowing these women to take control and be fucking smothered out by any man that's willing to go up in their fucking hole, man. It tells you that in the book of Sirach, the 26th chapter, about how these women, if they loose, they would have their father worried. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep a close eye on these women, man. Especially if they loose. This shit is crazy, man, you know? It's crazy, man. Hey, man, and you got to understand something. We living in Babylon, and it tells you in Amos 7 that thy wife shall be a harlot in the streets, and your son shall fall by the sword, man. And that's happening, man. That's prophecy. Thy wife shall be a harlot. Thy wife shall be a harlot in the streets, man. Look, you see all these women out here gathering abroad, being wicked. You know, I'm gonna be real. You know, it's this female on my job. She's cool, but I was at a brothel in Connecticut, and I saw her, but I didn't know she worked on my job. Here it is. I'm bringing some products back to quality, and she working in quality. I'm like, what the fuck? And she was so embarrassed when she saw me, because while she was, hey bro, we did our thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in the spot over there in Connecticut, we did our thing. So when she saw me, she was so embarrassed, like, oh shit. I'm looking at her like, what the fuck? But I ain't say nothing. I ain't blow her up. You know, I went over to her, I said hi to her, and I told her, don't worry, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm not going to blow you. I'm not going to, you know, put you on the spot like that. I'm not going to tell nobody. This is our secret, you know? And she looked at me, and she gave me a hug, and she was like, thank you. But I'm not going to blow her spot up. But that's crazy. These women, they would travel out of state to commit their wickedness, and she's living in New York, and she's working a 9 to 5, like as if she ain't doing nothing, like as if she's You know me? She's perfect. Meanwhile, she's a goddamn fucking chick in a goddamn strip club, man. Sucking and fucking. You can't make this shit up. You know? You can't make it up. It is what it is, man. So you never know the wickedness of a woman. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman, man. What's that? The book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 19, if I'm not mistaken. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman. These women, man, they'll commit some wicked act, man. They act like they ain't do nothing wrong. They act like they ain't do nothing wrong. So, hey, man, like the apostle says, man, if you can avoid dealing with the so-called American black women, the so-called Jamaican women, or the so-called Haitian women, which are Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, don't deal with them, man. If you want to deal with a woman from the Latin tribes who don't have no connection, no ties to being friends with the nigga woman. Because you only getting the black, so you only getting the salsa flavor of the nigga woman. If you're dealing with a woman of the Latin tribes that have black friends. So it will behoove you to stay away from them. Even the Latin tribes that have black women friends, that have black female friends that hang out with black women. Because you're only gonna get salsa flavor of the nigga woman. And it's crazy. You know, it's crazy, man. This is a quick lesson, you know, while I'm driving. It's a quick lesson. But I saw that TikTok video and I was like, damn. So these, you know, I would never let my woman travel out of country without me going on a girls trip. Her and her 3 girlfriends, we going on a girls trip. Nah, you going on a carousel seeking trip. That's what you're doing. These women are like children. You gotta watch their every move. These women are like fucking children. You gotta watch their every move. Especially if you got a conniving child, a mischievous conniving child that love to get into mischief. And that's these women, man. They love mischief. They love excitement. So you gotta watch them. So when they talk about they want to go on a girls trip, I'm going on a girls trip to Miami, or a girls trip to Jamaica, or a girls trip to Niagara Falls. Hey, you better watch that shit. Nip that shit in the bud quick. You ain't going nowhere. I ain't with you. Ain't no girls trip. You want to go on a trip, we go on a trip together. That same trip you want to go on, Niagara Falls, I can take you there. Let's go. You ain't going without me. But anyways, I'm not going to rant no more. Brought out a few scriptures. You know, somebody give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akim, that push his word in truth and sincerity. Stay away from the nigga woman. The Benjamite woman, the Judite woman, the Benjamite woman, and the Levite woman. Stay away from them. They poison. They're only gonna bring you heartache and pain. And certain of these Latin tribes that like to be around these nigga women, stay the fuck away from them. Shalom.